Alrighty, yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Strange. Welcome to another YouTube video. Today we're doing a Valorant map tier list. So yeah, that's about it. I don't think there's enough, well, not much else to talk about. So if you watch my streams at all, which I've been streaming a lot, link is in the description. You'll know that I have a dire hate for a few maps in this game. And I really miss certain maps that aren't in the map pool right now. So, yeah, I just decided to do a map tier list because, I don't know, I just thought it'd be kind of fun. For me, I guess. Hopefully it's entertaining to you guys, and maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. And you can put that in the comments, and I'll read them, and we can have a little convo. But, yeah, I think I've been very vocal. I'll just start off with Icebox. I've been very vocal about this map being just absolute dog shit. Just like, it's so bad. The changes to it did almost nothing, if not made the map worse. So yeah, Icebox is just a terrible map. I think middle is like the biggest joke, and it's so attack-sided, it's just not even funny. It's like, why even have things on the site to protect the defenders? Because like, if the team decides to just sprint you down, you have to play retake, otherwise you're just dead, and it's just so boring. And you know what? We may as well just get rid of it, this one as well. But Breeze, also, maybe the worst map. I don't know. It's between the two, but these two maps are just so bad. It's like, they need to be taken out of the map pool and swapped out for any of the maps that aren't in the map pool right now. In my opinion, I think 100% of the time Breeze and Icebox come out, I either get someone to dodge or I cry about the map being the one I'm playing on. So whether it's any game mode, unrated, swift play, ranked, anything, like both of these maps are just terrible. I think the problem I have with Breeze is similar to Icebox. You can't really hold anything. Like, it's super attack-sided. It's so easy to lurk. It's just cringe. Like, they're both super aim-heavy maps, and it like invites that playstyle that is, I think, fundamentally incorrect for Valorant, because it's an objective-based game, and I think as much as it is fun to shoot and kill people in this game, because it is a first-person shooter, it's still like the primary thing in the game is to plant the bomb and or defuse it. And on both of these maps, you can just run around and just shoot people, and you don't even need to, like, you can just leave the bomb and spawn, and just it turns into a team deathmatch kind of game. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Now moving on to some better maps. Haven is my favorite map in the game by far. Always has been, always will be, unless they change it and it becomes bad. But it's currently not in the map pool at the time of recording this video, and it should be coming back, you know, within the next episode or act. Today is the 10th of April, so what are we in? I think we're in episode 2 of episode 8, act 2. So it'll be either next act or the next episode. Hopefully it comes back. Hopefully they don't change it at all, because it is like a perfect map. It's so good, it's so fun. You can do so many things, play so many different teams, different agents. It's just overall fantastic. It's great for defenders, great for attackers. It's probably a little bit more attack heavy or attack sided, but it's still great. Always have a blast playing Haven. So much you can do on that map. Next, I'll probably go Pearl. Pearl, I think, is a great map. There's a lot you can do. It's very open, but it's super easy to hold on defense and get like info with sentinels and stuff like that in the middle of the maps, unlike Icebox and Breeze, where, you know, you move a little bit too far and it's instantly down. You can kind of get that decent like range with the sentinel utility, which is really good, I think. Obviously it will go down on certain parts of the map wherever, if you use it incorrectly or put in a bad spot, but for the most part I think it's a really good map for all agents, and again, like, more even for both attack and defense, as well as like different comps and different agents you can play on it. So I think it's a really fun map. There's a lot of stuff you can do. I miss it. Next we've got Split. Now I think this is a pretty bad map, I can't lie. Now I'm just like your average player, And that probably will make this tier list a little bit biased towards more casual players than, you know, your professional players. But the reason Split is bad is because you kind of really do need good initiators on this map to be able to do anything, because there's so many corners, it's so tight and stuff. And I really don't like having really close range fights like on Split. Where you know, the moment you turn a corner, someone's holding, you can just like run a Judge or a Bucky. It's just kind of boring. So I think it's a bad map because of the playstyle that it creates for all players at my level, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see any redeeming qualities for it. Like, it's super defense heavy, and if you're an attacker and you don't have an initiator, you're kind of screwed. I don't know. It's just not that fun. It's not that fun. It's cool for Raze. Raze is a good agent. I like playing Raze, and it's good for Raze. So that's the only good thing, I guess. One agent, awesome. Anyway, Bind. I think this is a good map. I think Bind has there's a lot of stuff you can do with Bind for both attack and defense, and I think it's really interesting, especially watching at a professional level. I think it's really entertaining to watch people do all sorts of different stuff, and you know, you don't get the smartest people in your Swift plays or your ranked games or anything like that, but I think it's easier for people to play this map than it is for Split in terms of, you know, whether or not you need certain roles and stuff like that. So I think Bind is pretty good. It's pretty fun. For most agents, I think most agents are pretty viable on it, which is good. Ascent. Another one of those OG maps, and it hasn't really been changed much, at least very recently. Another great map. I think it's very well balanced. You could say it's like kind of defense sided, but I think it's very even. I think the main reason that people say it's defense sided is because the amount of like walls you can shoot through and stuff for retake and just to start a round and stuff like that. But I think it can be very even because attackers can do so much with mid and splitting on both A and B site and stuff like that. But yeah, I think overall it's a really well-made map, really balanced for both sides. Again, agents can do whatever you want. Super good map. I don't know. There's not much else to say. Fracture. I think this is a great map. I think this is probably the most underrated map in the game, easily, because people don't know how to play it, and for some reason it's been out in the game for like 2 years and people are still stupid. But like, it's as simple as just splitting, you know, top of the map, bottom of the map, going one side, you know what I mean? So, but I think Fracture is a really good map. I think it has a good balance of close and mid-range and long-range gunfights you can take. A lot of agents are pretty viable on it. I haven't played it in a while, so it'll be interesting to see when it comes back into the map pool how like Deadlock and ISO and someone else I can't remember right now, Clove, play on it. So yeah, that'll be cool. But yeah, I think Fracture is a wonderful map. I think the changes they made were actually quite good. But even OG Fracture was awesome. Great map. Anyway, also I'm not going to be rating these TDM maps because I don't play TDM and who the fuck cares. Lotus, it's I think it's good. The only problem I have with Lotus, I think for the most part, the changes, by the way, were super lazy, but they were okay. It's fine. Like, they just try to make it balanced for both defenders and attackers, I think, a bit more. I think they try to make it more defender friendly by creating those corners, because it was such an attack-sided map because of the 3 sites, and also it was just, you can just run onto site like instantly. There's no like play like on Haven, you like the sewer and the A long on A site, whereas here you just run down C, you run down B, or you run down A. You can go through tree or whatever, and you can like pivot on the A side of the map, but other than that, like Lotus is pretty, you just streamline one of the sites, whereas Haven you kind of have to split through garage and C long if you want to go down C, or you can run down C long if you want. Or you can run straight down B, you can have a lurk through garage, you can run down sewer A long and stuff like that. And also Lotus, you're just like instantly in the attacker's spawn if you're a defender, like it's so free. Those are some things I don't really like about it too much, but I think overall it's a pretty good map. A lot of stuff you can do on it, a lot of different agents are very viable, and a lot of different comps are very viable. And it's pretty cool to see it kind of has that bind gameplay where if you know, they're hard pushing A and then all of a sudden they break the door and now they're B, and on bind you're obviously running up B long and then all of a sudden they all TP and they're going A. So I think that's kind of cool, a good aspect, especially when you're watching pro play. Next, and oh, it's actually the last map, Sunset. So this is the newest map in the game and it is bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't think that's a hot take or anything. I think Sunset overall needs a lot of changes. I think it feels like what they tried to do is make a... They kind of try to make Pearl mixed with Ascent. That's how it feels. So like, you can split down A, right? Which is how you would split on Ascent through Tree and A main. And then on Sunset, you just have those two laneways. And then the, like, where it comes into Pearl is just like the feel of the longer and the bigger fights, where it's like just a wider and a more open areas. So like on, I think it's B side, I could be getting this completely wrong, but there's that box where you can just, like, as a defender, just run behind it and just no one clears you and stuff like that. There's stuff like that on Pearl, where on like this side of the map, I haven't played this in so long. I think it's A side. You can just get behind that box and, you know, you might not get cleared, or that pillar on B side and stuff like that. So it's just, it's a bigger, more wide map, and it feels kind of empty. And then also the middle of the map is just a joke. That needs to be changed heavily. Yeah, I don't know how you would change it, but you pretty much just, both attackers and defenders can just peek each other, die, and then you can just walk up mid for free. Because no one really wants to fight Market on Sunset, because that's stupid, because you can be fighting the people in mid and the people in elbow. And none of that's going to happen in a ranked game. Pro play even doesn't look that interesting. Just a retake simulator. Yeah, really hard to defend when you're on site, I think. Unless you're going B, I guess you can kind of, if you're Cypher... Actually, you know what? That might be a big problem with Sunset, is that Cypher is so strong on it. It's easy to counter if you're smart or like have good teammates, but for the most part, you can't just like run in on B. But you can run on A, but A is usually heavily guarded. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't like Sunset that much. I think a lot of people would agree with me. There's a lot of other things that I could talk about, but I probably just sound like a waffling muppet. But yeah, that's my tier list for the Valorant maps. There's actually... Yeah, I didn't realize there was only 10. That's pretty sad. Maybe there's more and the tier list doesn't have it. I just checked on the website, so... yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all of them. But yeah. Haven's my favorite. Breeze and Icebox need to be removed from the map or ASAP, and swap in Haven and Pearl, or Fracture, or all three. We just delete Icebox and Breeze from the game entirely, and bring those other three back, and that's the map all forever. Don't even need to make any other maps. No, I'm just kidding. I think new maps and new agents keep the game in like a healthy spot, and it's good for old and new players to just come and experience something better and new and do different stuff. But yeah, the people who are making changes to maps, they definitely need to do more, like, actually impactful things. Like, it just feels like they're all so lazy, the changes. Like, Icebox mid, oh, we'll just put a window there. Breeze, oh, we'll just stop the 50-50s, but kind of not really stop the 50-50s, because you can either jump up there or go to the right side, and then, like, Lotus changes. Oh, we'll just extend the site a little bit this way, and that's another corner they have to clear. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments, and that's about it for this video, I think. Not much else to say, I don't think. Yeah, have a wonderful morning, day, night, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next video or stream. Okay, bye!